Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew, and today we have another figure review, but this time we're reviewing 4 of them. Well, 4 just on each hand, I guess. So today, we're going to be doing a 4-pack review of the Mezco's newest Godzilla figures, Round 1, the Round 1 Destroy All Monsters set, which consists of the following: Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, the larva version, obviously, and Anguirus. Now, these 4 are intended to be, well, obviously round 1, but for some reason round 2 came first after this set had a few delays. But it's here, and I've heard a lot of people stirring up about this. So, where do I stand? Well, here's how we're going to divide this whole thing up. We're going to divide this up as if all these figures are their own individual figures. Well, because they are. But I'm going to go over sculpt and paint, articulation, and accessories, because they do come with the stuff, all individually. So, that being said, let's start off with you-know-who. First up, we have the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla, which, I'm not going to lie, this figure is actually really impressive. For the sculpt and paint, it's actually made of a very durable plastic, because it does not feel flexible, not in the least. So it's good that the plastic itself is sturdy. The paint itself, however, is a bit of a mixed bag for a lot of people. The eye paint is very accurate to the movie, with the more bugged out eyes, kind of looking very cartoony-esque. The mouth paint looks pretty good too, with a nice vibrant pink and a bone yellow for the teeth. And I do like how the teeth are individually, well, not individually painted, but it gives off the illusion that they're individually painted. I've heard a lot of people say that something about the mouth looks a little off, and I think I determined why. The mouth, in my opinion, is a bit too cut back, and I feel like if you were a bit more placed a bit more forward, then it would have looked a whole lot better. So that's just my 2 cents. But yeah, the head paint looks pretty good. The dorsal fin paint looks pretty spot on for what we saw in the movie. Maybe a bit less vibrant, or maybe it was a bit more vibrant in the movie. But aside from that, this is pretty sweet. I love the detailing across the body. No, I don't think there's any dry brushing. I think there might be. I think that just might be my camera just playing tricks. But there is claw paint, which looks pretty sweet. Look at that. I definitely like what Mezco is doing. And Mezco also did the toes, which look fine enough. They got a nice dry brushing, almost shading kind of effect. And the tail itself is very simplistic. It has a lot of nice details to give off some nice segmented detail. I don't know what I'm going at. Details, the tail's detail. There you go. So that's kind of it for sculpt and paint. It's made of a very durable plastic. But what about posability? Well, the name of this line is 5.XL, which XL just means the size is increased from the regular 5-point series. But that means almost all figures feature 5 points. So let's start with Godzilla. The head can rotate, so that's 1. The arms can rotate, both sides, that's 2. Sorry, that's 2 more, so that's 3 total. And then the legs can swivel, so that's 5. 2 more, it's 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. There we go. And the tail does not move, even though there does appear to be a segment. I think that's just mainly glued in. So, what about accessories? Well, this guy actually comes with quite a bit. I'm quite shocked at that. First, we're gonna go over his base, which it's just kind of like a plastic base. If you saw my Lego Godzilla reviews, you know what the base looks like. Literally almost like the same thing. But you find these little pegels on the bottom. Just align it to whichever foot you want to. Personally, I'd rather have it on this foot, so it kind of looks like you're kind of stepping away or something. Not to mention both feet get on there pretty well, so that's pretty well. Actually, I'm going to have them on the base for the remainder of this review. Go on. There you go. So, that's cool. Next is actually in a few alternate body parts. which we're going to dump him out of the baggie I just like to keep him in. First, we have an alternate head, which is his standard closed mouth. So all you want to do is just take it, kind of maybe twist it off a little, and no, you don't break it, but you just, little hair. I have dogs and cats, so that's why. And then you just shove the new one on, and there you go. But I do have one QC issue. As you can kind of see right there, it's abundantly clear that this, the teeth weren't the row of teeth themselves, because they're a separate piece of plastic, weren't shoved in all the way, and it kind of looks a little odd. It's not like a huge distractor to me, but it was something when I noticed when I was messing around about with the accessories. So I mean, that's all right. Next up, we have his alternate hands, which we're going to do the same thing as the head. You just want to pop it off, and then just pop these ones on, and they, as you can see, they're much more bent in, and they're much more raised. Same with the alternate hands. I don't know what. They're both alternate arms. What am I saying? I don't know. I'm just losing track of my thoughts at this point. Come on, squeeze in. There you go. So you can have Godzilla like flailing his arms like he does in the Showa era. And the best accessory is his atomic breath, which you want to carefully align with the peg hole at the back of the throat, and then just shove it in. There you go. I think you guys totally just missed that, but you get what I'm talking about. This is amazing. This is truly one of my favorite pieces in the collection. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there was a Godzilla I was thinking of that the beam effect might be compatible with, because it looks like a similar peg. That being the U2's Godzilla. Will that work? Nope. It's a bit too big, so fortunately U2's Godzilla cannot join in on the heat ray party right now, but hey, I'm making a beam for him anyway.